What happens when we misuse the vile flame, whether we do it intentionally or not? How does this work and what are the consequences? To answer these questions, we first have to define what misuse is. How do you misuse a spiritual flame? By definition, spiritual energies such as the vile flame exist in a different dimension. This spiritual dimension vibrates at a frequency that's well above that of the physical or material world in which we live. Most of you know from my previous videos that we have to invoke those spiritual energies or flames from that higher dimension to get access to them. We have to draw them down from the heaven world if we want to use them in quantities beyond what's naturally available to us on this planet. We can magnetize this extra light by giving vile flame decrees and using vile flame visualizations and meditations. The process is the same for invoking other flames, such as the flame of healing, which is the green light, or the flame of illumination, which is the golden yellow light. Of course, in the heaven world, there's no misuse of these flames. They exist there in their pure nature and infinite beauty. Misuse can only happen here in our material dimension, after we call down these energies. So how does misuse of the vile flame work? Let's look at an example. Think, for instance, about how you would ask for a release of vile flame because you are in need of forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the natural qualities of the vile flame. Let's say you did something mean to someone else, like spreading gossip about that person in your circle of friends. You know in your heart that this is wrong. Afterwards, you feel bad about doing it, and now you're asking for forgiveness by expressing your regret and giving a vile flame decree for forgiveness. Heaven hears your call and, in response, sends down a certain amount of vile flame that consumes the record of your negative action and cleanses you from it. That feels wonderful. You immediately feel better. But now imagine that the next day, one of your friends starts talking about the person you gossiped about. Before you know it, you get excited about these juicy tidbits of information and start sharing more of that gossip you know about the person. Now, in this situation, you can see how you've misused the vile flame you invoked earlier. You used it for forgiveness because you felt bad about what you had done. Then, when you felt better because of its cleansing power, you went right back to the negative act and repeated it. This means you wasted and misqualified that vile flame that was a gift to you from heaven. So, what happens when we engage in these types of misuse of a spiritual flame? Well, the net result is that if we keep doing this, invoking light and then misusing it repeatedly, heaven will gradually send us less vile flame when we ask for it or stop sending it altogether. Instead of quick transformation with the vile flame, we will now have to bear the full weight of that karma we made when gossiping about someone else. This karma will feel burdensome, and we ourselves might become the target of other people's gossip, so we can experience what this feels like. This non-resolution continues until we show we are committed to stopping our negative behavior. We have to demonstrate we are becoming better stewards of that light and won't misuse it again. That's quite a spiritual lesson, isn't it?